Nowhere makes me feel like this, man.
Thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video.
So welcome to this beautiful cottage here in the Highlands of Scotland. Myself and my friend Ian are staying here for a week. Ian's away on a sort of separate photo shoot this morning by himself, and I'm going on a hike, and I just thought I've got to show you this is class. I'm setting off to head up, I think it's this mountain here, and the hike literally starts from here, just beside the cottage. So we kind of head up into that glen there, and then obviously, you know, up the side of the mountain that way. So yeah, really cool. So I'll show you down here. I've got my bag packed. We've got the OM System OM5 down there in the hip pack, couple of lenses, and then yeah, just a few bits and bobs really, mostly for the hike. You know, I've got some water, I'll make a sandwich. We've got the drone down there, and to be honest with you can maybe tell from my voice, I've only really just got up, so I'm gonna make a little bit of breakfast, a little bit of lunch as well for today's hike, and then I'll catch up with you in a while. Oh, so look at these conditions, just absolute perfect weather for hiking. And yeah, if you've been following my little adventure here up in the Highlands with Ian, fellow photographer and friend, it's been so good. I've been enjoying it so much. Let me just get that straight. However, I'm kind of sick of the photography side of it, in a sense. What I mean by that is like chasing the light, constantly chasing the light, constantly trying to chase nice subjects, and of course trying to find nice compositions and photographs. And look, that for me is, I want that to make up the majority of what I do. I'm a landscape photographer, I do it for a living, of course I do, but, and look, I'd love to hear from you. Please comment down below. Do you ever get like this? Do you ever get like today? I'm like, I've got my camera with me. It is secondary by a mile from this hike. I don't care if I get 0 photographs today. I want to be out enjoying the Highlands. We're hiking up a Munro today, and yeah, just kind of sick of the photography side of things just a little bit. But what I find interesting is a lot of the time when I actually take a step back from the photography a little bit, it actually helps the photography inadvertently. I'm not meaning it to, and I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen today, but I've got enough experience that, you know, in the past where I've gone out and just thought, I don't care if I get any nice photographs, you know, rather than chasing the nice photographs all the time. That, yeah, like it seems to happen quite a lot, that you get back into the photography, you start enjoying it so much more. It's probably all to do with pressure, isn't it, and expectations. When you go out to a lovely location, especially for the first time, you build it up, you build up the pressure and the expectations, and then, you know, you kind of like asking for it. You're asking to be disappointed afterwards unless something very special happens. Whereas when you just go out and think, oh, is what it is, we'll see what happens. You know, your expectations are so low that there's a massive gap there for things to be brilliant. So yeah, we shall see. But yeah, I'll chat a little bit more about this hike as we move on. I am so excited for it. I always feel like I should do more hiking, get stuck into some more Munros when I come up to the Highlands, and this looks like such a good one. And of course, so close to the cottage as well. So this is a huge moment for me every year. Might sound a little bit pathetic, but excuse me, we are taking off the fleece for the hike. We are unveiling the t-shirt. Oh, but yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this, make the most of it, get a sweat on. All right, let's make a little bit of progress. So I just wanted to show you something. I don't know if this is like really insensitive, but it's just my opinion. And, you know, apologies if this like offends anybody, but I really don't like things like this. You know, like little memorials in these wild spaces. You see it, you know, quite a lot. And again, yeah, perhaps a little bit insensitive. I could only apologise for that, but I don't know, I think there's maybe like a place. And of course it's wonderful to remember people and stuff, but I guess the way I look at it is if everybody did that, you know, these places would just be littered with plaques and things like that. I don't know. Please comment down below, let me know what you think. In fact, you know, again, I don't want to sound like really tight or insensitive. I don't know who these people are, but surely if they loved these spaces as well, they perhaps, when they were alive, they wouldn't have liked the idea of seeing plaques. Like personally, I'd be gone, I'd be passed away, but I wouldn't like to think that I've got a plaque somewhere like this, you know. Don't know, yeah, comment down below, let me know what you think about that. Oh wow, what a fantastic subject. You know, I'm really studying just over romanticising this, I think. This is obviously a permanent structure here in the middle of a beautiful glen. I'd love to think whoever built this back in the day really cared about how it looked. This is, without a doubt, the most beautiful bothy that I've ever seen. Really attractive and photogenic. By the way, I'm assuming this is a bothy. We'll go and have a look in a second. But, crying out for a photograph to be taken, isn't it? So a couple of things to know. I'm just going to try a few different focal lengths. Obviously, you know, firstly, it's a very simple photograph. I'm just going to sort of centralize the bothy, beautiful mountains and light in the background. Sky's lovely. I'm thinking nice subtle colors. In fact, I got this photograph when I was out with Ian during this trip, and I just loved it. I haven't actually seen that image yet, so I might be showing you a terrible photograph, but I just thoroughly enjoyed shooting that little fishing hut as that one was. But yeah, this is going to be quite similar. The only thing that I do want to mention, I'll sort of show you how I'm going to frame it up actually. You can see I'm going to try one quite wide like that, and then a few more zoomed in, something along those lines, you know. However, you can perhaps see there's a few little kind of things here in the way, one there, I'm actually, and probably even that little stick there's a couple. I'm going to actually clone them out in post-production, just to be really transparent about that. But I mean, has to be photographed. Let's go and see if it's actually a bothy, by the way. Wow, yeah, it's definitely a bothy. Not only is it the best looking bothy that I've seen from the outside, it's the best bothy that I've ever been in. Like, it's just absolutely class. So for anyone that doesn't know what a bothy is, by the way, I always feel like assume that everybody knows. It's just a sort of remote hut that's open to everybody. You know, more often than not in the mountains. People come here to sleep, to rest, to hang out, you know, perhaps seek refuge from horrible weather and things like that. But oh man, this is so cool. Look at this. It's even got an upstairs, which personally I've never seen in a bothy. And yeah, here's the upstairs. I mean, all it is a couple of sort of bare rooms, but perfect. This is where, you know, you just put your sleeping mat down on the floor. Imagine if it was like really grim out there and you had this as a little bit of a place of refuge, you know, somewhere you can get a good night's sleep as well. There's even a little room here as well. Goodness me, man, it's a 3-bed bothy out in the hills. This is the dream house. Never mind a bothy. Right, we'll leave the bothy behind, make sure he's locked up, and I'm gonna try and make a bit of progress now because I've been in there chilling for ages. That was quality. And yeah, we've still got a good old way to go. Further up into the glen, and then soon enough we'll start making our way up. So I'll catch up with you in a while. So we're now at the point where we're going to actually fork off up into the mountains. As per this little cairn here, if we go that way, we start getting up to a few lochs. I'm sure it's a nice walk, but no, we want to go up here. We're going to start ascending. I tell you what, doesn't that look inviting? What a day for it, man. So you're witnessing somebody here undertaking their ultimate passion, photographing the beautiful Highlands of Scotland with nice light. It just doesn't get any better than this for me. This is absolutely amazing. So we've got layers and layers of mountains. Main subject here is, we'll have a go at the name, Spidian Corrinang Clach, right off in the distance. Just the light is hitting him absolutely perfectly. I think there's a couple of little patches of snow on him as well, which is just helping. What I love is, I mean, look at this little section here. It was, you know, a lot of patches of light on the land, on the mountains, but then just some nice textured clouds, different tones, you know, really nice. Oh, it just doesn't get any better than this. So right in at sort of 60mm on the 12 to 60 lens, just in aperture priority mode. I'm sticking it on like f4, and I'm also trying some using the digital teleconverter and getting even further in. So my type of photograph, 100%, man. So after getting that image, which by the way I was really happy with, I spun around about 180 degrees and I got this photograph as well. And you know, it sort of proves something that I love about being in the mountains with a telephoto lens. There's just so many opportunities to take some nice photographs. And yeah, it was time to pack up, keep ascending, and I got to this section here where it started to flatten out a little bit and the views were incredible. And to be honest, I started losing my head a little bit. Oh, where's the tears? There we go. This country, man. Oh my gosh. Like, obviously it looks set up. Like, obviously I've got to put the camera on. It's not like waterworks. I'm absolutely blown away, as I so often am about Scotland, man. I put the camera on. It's when I tried to start saying to you, like, trying to explain my emotions. I can't do it. I just lose my head, mate. Like, this country is just unbelievable. Oh. Nowhere makes me feel like this, man. Oh, Scotland is so special. I need to pull myself together. All right. I honestly worry so much that this comes across as like staged. There's nothing I can do about that, man. Like, I absolutely adore Scotland with all of my being. Like, this is home, man. This is. What I'm trying to say to you is like, just explain to you like the route where we're at. We're at the Belach here, kind of where it flattens out. And then, I mean, the views, you could just hike up to this section. It's amazing, but we've probably still got an hour or two to go. Like, and we start this ascent here, and then it flattens out a little bit more, and then the final ascent up to the Munro. I mean, what on earth is on offer from up here, man? If I'm losing my frigging head down here, like, you know, I've not looked at any photographs of this hike. I've barely read anything. I've got a little Munro's book back in the cottage, and I've just read that. And apparently the draw is the summit views of this hike over towards Torridon. So the likelihood is, you know, I'll perhaps have a heart attack up there, you know, from these emotions. But mate, let's move on anyway. And yeah, I want to have a little bit of a chat about something on the way. Oh, so I've managed to bring my heart rate down a little bit now, which is good because I want to enjoy my Monster Munch, man. And I actually want to take this opportunity to say a really big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is Squarespace. The support that I receive from yous allows me to do this as a job, you know, crying in the mountains of Scotland, but also from Squarespace. I'm very, very grateful, and I'd love to tell you all about them. So yeah, if you've never heard of Squarespace, it is an all-in-one platform that you can use to build your own website. The biggest selling point is that it is so easy to do. My own website is through Squarespace, and it allows me to run this business, and like I just said, do this as a living, which is incredible. They've got loads of professional looking templates that you can use. You add a few images, a little bit of text, and honestly, before you know it, your website will be up and running. Piece of cake, really, really easy. So if, like me, you'd like to sell some prints or some other products through your Squarespace website, you could do that as well. They've got plenty of e-commerce options, and I use it to sell prints and ebooks. I advertise my workshops on there, my calendars when it's the right season. I'll be bringing out a physical book soon. It is just fantastic. And yeah, on top of all of that, I always think this is really important to mention, they've got incredible award-winning customer service. So it just adds to that ease of use thing. You know, if you're having a few difficulties, you can get in touch with them. You know, they'll help you build that website, which is already so easy. So yeah, so proud to work with Squarespace. Very, very grateful for their continued support. And if you'd like to give them a go, head over to squarespace.com/Henry Turner, or there'll be a link in the video description below. Using that link also helps me out a little bit as well. And that'll give you a 14-day free trial. You've got nothing to lose. Just give it a go, see if you like the product. And if you do, make sure you use the offer code Henry Turner at checkout to get 10% off your first purchase.
So onwards I went, and it was pretty tricky, to be honest. It was one of those where it was, you know, a lot of loose scree and gravel, and it felt a little bit like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, that kind of thing. But I enjoyed the challenge, and you know, it was fantastic, and the views were just absolutely beautiful. It was really getting better and better with every single step. And I got this photograph here, which is potentially my favorite image from the whole day. The light was beautiful. You know, I love the textures of the rock. It really sums up everything that I love about photographing in the mountains. And I got this second shot here as well, which was actually a sort of 5-image panorama, like a vertical panorama with the wide angle lens. So there was a lot in the image, and yeah, you know, another one that I was really happy with. And yeah, stopped to enjoy an apple as you can see there. And you know, I was just really trying to take my time and enjoy the hike. All too often when I'm out, you know, I can find that I'm just so desperate to get to the top, but this one went well. You know, I trundled along slowly and I enjoyed it.
Oh, not far to go. We're nearly there. Oh, I think I can actually see. Can you see it? I think the cairn's just there. Oh. Fantastic, man. Oh. Wow. Oh, I'll tell you what, I mean, it can't be too often you're up on these high mountains like this and there is barely a breath of wind. I mean, conditions wise, this is the most perfect weather I've ever had for doing any hike anyway. It's just incredible, absolutely incredible. So what I wanted to say is, I know I say this a lot, ladies and gents, but I mean, I don't really mind, to be honest, because I mean it. I'm so grateful to you lot. Like, you know, I've worked hard to make this work for me and, you know, to make it relatively sustainable, but it wouldn't be anything without you lot, you know, and the support that you give to me is just, I don't know why I get more sentimental about it when I come up here. It's because I'm away and, you know, whatever. But yeah, thank you so much. I am eternally grateful for your wonderful support. And look, I'm no businessman or salesman. I'm just a normal lad, picked up a camera and completely fell in love with it, you know. But if you would like to support me, I have like ebooks. I've got 3 ebooks. You can purchase a print. I've got a Ko-fi page where you can just send me a donation. If you look on my website, you know, a few things, and honestly, thank you, like, incredible. I'm gonna chill up here alone. I hope you don't mind. Probably spend half an hour up here, have a bit of a munch, and yeah, just soak it all up, and then slowly head back down to the cottage, meet back up with Ian, and yeah, well, yeah, what a day. Like, thank you all so much. You mean the world to me. Out. See you on the next adventure.